Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, Monday through Thursday. This is a general reading. Now, when I am reading for Monday through Thursday, again, I use my two Radley Valentine decks. I'll use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Couple of things before we start our readings. One is on the 15th, Mercury enters into Pisces at 6:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, Mercury is all about your communication. Pisces has kind of that duality to it. In one way, one of the fishies are going up to the light, and the other is kind of swimming more into that, that deeper area. And they are connected. So what does that mean? Just be aware that there can be some emotional conversations going on. You might find yourself yourself either giving or on the receiving side of some of the very deep emotions and thoughts. It will, if we listen and if we use this energy to cleanse, it will be very clarifying, and this will help us to see beyond the fog. Now, again, remember, I know Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus delusion, or illusion. And this is going to be one of those things, but again, there is an emotional component to it. We may not want to listen. We may not want to give that information either. I did tell you that on the 20th March. If I didn't, Aries season begins at 5:38 a.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. I do think that this week we're ending the astrological year. And I do believe that as we end the astrological year, new things, new wonderful things, positive things will be popping up with our Aries. Okay? Okay. So let's start the readings now. Hello, my Virgos. How are you? Well, let's see what's going on. So are the changes happening? Change. Let's see. Changes in the workplace. Things, it doesn't mean, it could be that you're changing your job. Could be things are changing around you. I just, many times over, feel with my Virgos when this is happening, you're like, "Ugh." So let's see what we have. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards are face down. Third one is reversed. Strong energy for my Virgos. Let's see what has you growling for this week. Here we go. First card is Justice. Justice is served. Oh man, I feel really strong energy here for you. Now, is this karmic justice? Is this one of those things? Now, if this is a legal thing, take that to a lawyer. I don't do legal advice, anything like that. But justice, this is Archangel Raguel. We have the 8, infinite opportunities. There's a lot of, universal energy with the 8 also. Just things happening that are beyond your control. And, I think the best thing for you possibly is if you're asked a question, answer it. But I kind of feel like you want to just observe and just watch what happens, and that you're just kind of like your eyes are just darting all over the place, and you're watching and waiting type of thing. But I keep getting justice is served, and again, that could be very much karmic justice. Somebody that possibly has kept you from going forward. Again, or just somebody that's made your life miserable. Again, it's not something that you've done. And I really want to press it. Now, granted, if there is some sort of thing that, there's no illegality or something like that, you need to do what you need to do with that, okay? But, the thing is that I kind of feel like, things are coming out, things are popping out that, that you're just going to kind of watch and just kind of watch and wait with it too. And it's going to be kind of fun to be the spectator on this. Here we go. Archangel Raguel. Remember Raguel. Remember, so this is kind of those times when you pray, meditate, and you're reaching out to higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine. Many times over, they will send you someone to help. And in this case, it's Archangel Raguel. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. Your next card is the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers. So we have Archangel Raphael. So six is the number of man. So it's very kind of like things that have been created, things that have been, done. Now, there's also with six, a lot of times there's kind of, with sixes, there's also something being received that was created by someone else too. Okay, so six has an interesting energy here. Archangel Raphael is healing energy. Okay, so whatever this is, now some people ask about soulmates, what is the flame? Some people ask about that. I don't necessarily know that this is what this is about, but there could be a lot of healing coming for someone that you care about. It could be that a relationship is also in the healing phase too. Now, does it mean that that if this is a relationship that broke up, it does that mean that you're coming back together, twin flames? That's what I was saying. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but it does feel that there is a settlement, that there is something that makes things tolerable, things feel better. Okay. Maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't reach the dreams that you might have had at the beginning of that relationship, but you don't feel the despair, okay? I don't know who that was for because that was pretty deep. Anyway, so like soulmates and twin flames, people ask me about that periodically. Sometimes we are to come together in this life, and sometimes we're just not, because there's lessons for both of us to learn. Okay, so just know that. Anyway, but this is also make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So I would not necessarily say that somebody is not coming into your life, or that, because again, Debbie doesn't do those romantic ones, because that would be just very much, anyway. Turn over. Oh, here's another one. But this could be a very deep spiritual relationship coming into your life. Anyway, let's see what this last card is. Oh my gosh. So you have another 8 here. You have a 1. 1 is new beginnings. Now we could say it's a 10 plus an 8. So the 10 is transition also. So here we have Raguel, Raphael, and now we have Heniel. And now we have the moon. And what happens, we're basically on the 18th. I'm looking to see at my calendar here. The 18th is Thursday, so there could be something going on the 18th. Now, the moon has a very spiritual connotation. Also, it does, like with the high priestess has that too. But the moon is a little bit more generality. Now, you can have the 1 plus the 8 is a 9, and there's kind of a resolution with the 9 number also. But the moon is one of those things that there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of trust with the moon because, okay, over there. The moon behind me, we only see, no matter what phase this is, we only see one side of the moon. So we don't know what's going on back there, okay? We don't know. Things are hidden from us. But again, there could be some things coming through. There could be some revelations. There could be some things that are happening around us. So you've got a lot of spiritual energy here, majorly. You've got a lot of supernatural energy here too. So, and there's a lot of intuitive energy here also. So, I just would listen to my intuition. My Virgos, you're very spiritual. You do have, so again, I would use some time, to pray, meditate, whatever that connection is for you. I would use some time, maybe, even if it's only 10 minutes a day, okay, to connect with your higher power. To me, it's my higher power, but a guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is, or to any of these archangels, okay? So, there's some interesting stuff, and I don't know, 8618, interesting stuff with the moon. Okay. The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. So there's something going on in the background for you. Again, this could be very much about karmic type of energy, karmic justice coming. There's things that, this could be very spiritual. There could be a very strong spiritual union that is strengthened also. The thing is, there's also the energy. You may not feel in control, and that's probably why I said back here for you to just kind of step back and let the supernatural energies do their thing. Okay, you want to make sure that you stay towards, keep your vibrations high, stay towards that light, because you do not, with this type of energy, you may find. See, there's the downside with this type of energy is that it brings your vibrations to such a high level, and then when that's happening, something comes and tries to undermine that high level, okay? Tries to keep you from reaching that potential, reaching that level, okay? So that's where, and then that creates kind of a mental stressor. That creates it's like, no, I'm feeling that I need to get up here, and yet something, and then that can actually lead to some, it could just lead to a discordance, okay? If that makes sense. Anyway, so work to keep your energy and your vibration high. Last card, 6 of water. This is very meditative, okay? Water energy is our Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Fluid, very emotional. This is very meditative. This is very much connecting with that higher power. It's kind of looking back at your life also. It's very reflective type of energy, which, it's going to be a little hard for you to stay in the now, to stay in the natural, because a lot of this energy is going to be pulling you into that supernatural. So you need to, and again, you've got some choices. We all have choices. You need to, we do have to live in the natural. So, try to work with staying grounded, whatever that is, however that works for you. But this is very meditative. This is reflective. This is looking back. How did I get to where I'm at? But then once you get a lot of resolution with that, it's also preparing you to move forward. Okay, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Wow, while this sounds very, very lovely, it can be uncomfortable, okay? Be prepared that it can be uncomfortable. It can be also make you extremely sensitive, you can be feeling a lot of sensitivities this week. Remember, Mercury is going into Pisces, so, it could be kind of that energy where somebody says something and they weren't talking about you, and all of a sudden you're crying, which could be cathartic, very cleansing. But it could also be kind of like, I don't want it. So just, if you're prepared for it, my Virgos, then you get through it. And you say, okay, lesson learned, let's move on. Anyway, what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Virgos? Here we go. Shungite. I just had shungite. This is shungite. Not an expensive stone. If you don't have shungite, but you do have any of the darker stones, onyx, black tourmaline, things like that. That does help because those darker stones do absorb negative energy. I have shungite, so here we go. Protective from modern ills, grounding, everyday healing. It's also very purifying, okay? So you've got an interesting time, an interesting week. We are finishing up Pisces. Now that will actually be on the 19th because the 20th is when we start Aries season. So you just have to get through the cleansing. Okay. Anyway, my Virgos, remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe because it does help, and I really thank you for your support. As always, my Virgos, know that you are loved stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.